Local TV stations are the norm all over the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. The UK is unique in having virtually no localised TV coverage. I've long argued that the case for genuinely local television in Scotland and the rest of the UK is overwhelming. Local TV is a manifesto commitment of the new Conservative Lib Dem coalition government. It is going to happen.
Well, big things are happening at the moment in the world of local TV. We have a new government and the new coalition have said that they are going to commit, potentially, to setting up local TV stations across the UK. Naturally, Channel Fife TV is at the forefront of that debate and we are taking part in the Highland Local TV Forum and we're going to be talking to some of the movers and shakers involved in that debate. Where do you think we are in terms of the campaign for local TV in Scotland?
Well, I think the Tory government, at least in its pre-election manifesto, has maintained an initiative to develop city television on a local scale. A number of the Liberal Democrat as well as Labour politicians, though not the official Labour cabinet as it was, have also recognised that local is the source of news and current affairs that's very badly represented in television terms. We've had the perfect storm of a collapse of advertising revenue in local newspapers. We've seen the possibility that newspapers might go under. We've also seen regional television, in terms of ITV at least, wanting to vacate itself from the news provision because it's very costly running 15 programmes across the country when it could run one for something like 2 or 3 times the cost.
The definition of local is actually crucial here. For the BBC, what we're trying to do is to divide the country up into more or less 6 or 7 areas, geographical areas, and to ensure that there are journalists on the ground in those areas. That does not get down to the granularity which true local television can offer, and in many respects it's not an area that we'd even want to go into because we think local television does a good job there. I think there is a role for the BBC there, and that is in supporting the local efforts on the ground. I think that there are various ways we can do that. We can do it by perhaps even pulling news pictures that we have, by offering those to local organisations. We can do it by potentially syndicating some of our content. We can do it by linking our web pages to local news web pages so that effectively there's a potential for click-through.
Because BBC is publicly funded, people get used to that expectation that TV recording is free. It doesn't cost anything to do because the output's free to watch. Now that's a big issue for any local TV station, and to be able to actually impress upon community groups, interested parties, commercial parties as well, that there is a cost associated with that is one of the big issues. The other one for us is actually where do you distribute from? Do you distribute exclusively on the internet, in which case you risk excluding some of your potential audience? Do you distribute on digital satellite, in which case costs probably prohibit even thinking about that? Or do you look to a kind of mix of digital terrestrial through Freeview, or a mix of all three with anything else one can think of in between? So I think those are the kind of main challenges that we are seeing, is generate revenue and think about a proper distribution mechanism.
And this has been Graeme Campbell reporting from the Highland capital of Inverness.